everyone. Right, Welsh weather has resumed. So this is much easier than the heat wave, and this is why Merlin, Oti and I came to North Wales to walk some quarries. So I have seen some stunning photos and videos from Dinorwig Quarry. A lot of them are taken by people far more ambitious than myself. But I really want to go and enjoy, just have a proper look around. I'm not going to be climbing as high as others. I'm not going to be going down as low as others. So we're going to take you for an explore of Dinorwig Quarry by a regular person. And a slightly unfit one at that. I've just met a lovely lady. She set me off on the right route. So let's go. Lots of warning signs, but that's to be expected. I think there might well be goats around, so I'm going to let the dogs have a little free run now, because they may well have to go on lead. But let's go. Not being sunny is just perfect for myself and the dogs, but it may be we're battling a wind noise, in which case I'll set this to music. But we'll see how it goes. This really is very refreshing after the last couple of days. Looking ahead, there's a glimpse of the scenery that I've come here to enjoy. Just wow. And actually, I think it looks far more impressive on a slightly moody day like today. Bit of sun coming out. I think this could be a bit of a special walk. Basically explore anywhere, just be careful, try not to fall over and don't get lost. Okay, let's head to the viewing platform to get a good look at where we are before we make a start. Well, that's a bit special to be greeted by a rainbow. How amazing! Could probably do without wind, but that is what's going to give the dramatic skylines today, because it blows the weather through so quickly. Right, let's get exploring. You guys have found your way in, have you? Right, this way. That's it. We're through the gate. Let's begin. Right, even if you're not very fit, you can see that this point has all been very good, pretty easy paths, no dramatic inclines, and pretty much everyone out walking Wales could do that. So even if you're not planning on exploring loads, it is worth coming up here just for that viewpoint. I have a coat and a jumper with me because this is Wales. I live near Dartmoor. I'm used to how quickly conditions can change. Can you see? The sun's just gone behind clouds and the temperature has dropped and we're suddenly in massively different conditions. I've also got drinks with us, saved what 3 words number, sent it to my mum. So yeah, although the basic route should be relatively easy, take precautions, be sensible. We've got our rainbow back behind us, or certainly part of one. I know that people do go through the locked gates, and obviously that's up to them entirely, but personally it's just not my nature to, so I'll be sticking to the routes that we're allowed on. Behind me today, but I couldn't resist that, just because the weather will change, and usually if I'm coming back the same way you can say you'll get a shot on the way back, but today I wouldn't guarantee it. This is just mind-blowing. I won't say it's past expectations, it's meeting them, because I knew this is what I wanted to do, but this is where I wanted to be. I love it, just absolutely love it. I've just come through that gap and a touch of sun has come out. In 5 seconds, clouds moved, the sun came out. When the wind drops, it's eerie. Seeing that pretty intact wall there, you really get a scale of the place. You can imagine tracks for the cars. So you can see where we've come from. Long walk back uphill, but I'm really reassured that they're good paths, well defined, which is excellent. You turn another corner and there's just so much more to look at. Things everywhere. It's easy to think of this as stone quarry, nice and cool, but this is why I didn't want to walk it the last few days of the heat wave. There's just no access to water for the dogs, nowhere to get them in and cool them down, and actually you're pretty exposed. So yeah, whatever weather, I would recommend carrying water for yourself and your dogs. I am feeling just so fortunate. The weather has done me a lot of favours. This is perfect weather for exploring somewhere like this, and I might have been tempted to come over the weekend if it hadn't been so hot. I haven't seen a single person so far, which is bliss, but do bear in mind that if you did injure yourself, no one's going to know. And the rain's come down again. It really doesn't matter. Incredibly atmospheric, but not a lot to see, so I'm going to put the camera away for a bit. Rain and mist is absolutely wonderful for atmosphere, not quite so good for camera lenses. Right, so this is a public access gate. We can go in this section, but I think for now I'm going to carry on down and see how I'm feeling. And we might come through here on the way back. This way, guys. That little dog has just got far too much energy. Well, the rain's eased off for a moment. Still amazing. Glimpse behind me, and with a bit of sun the slate's turned silver. You can see why Welsh slate is so sought after. Good job, guys. Just a reminder that it's going to be a fair walk back up, but those of you who subscribe to us know that I have a few health issues. I keep within my limits, and I've allowed all day for this if I want. I just genuinely want to enjoy being here. Which I am, no doubt about it. Like a jet. If there weren't so much cloud cover, we'd see it. Wow. Let's just have a pan round. Good job, guys. Hey, Oats. I just can't get over it, and I can't get over how spoilt we are today. I can hear this jet. I'm just going to video for a moment, just in case it comes over. And the rain's coming back. Right, I can't see far ahead, so I want those dogs back. Guys! Hey, it's Merlin. Good boy. Oti, come on. Good girl. Well done, guys. I love that formation in the middle. It's just stunning. They knew how to build solid buildings, didn't they? Just awe-inspiring. Good boy, Merlin. Now I knew it was going to be pretty special. Hey guys, Melly, leave your sister alone. Good girl. But nothing I've seen from the photos and videos I've watched before coming here made me realise just how much there is to walk, and you can do so in official capacity. You're allowed to be here, and that is just such a pleasant surprise. trees growing out of rocks like this? You see them so often. Just wonderful, clinging on for dear life. I bet they've got their own Facebook group if I look hard enough. Sun, the rain, the shining slate. What more could I ask for? Well, you can get through there, Merlin. Oti and I can't. I've actually got no idea how far we're going. I'm hoping that maybe there's somewhere the dogs can get into the lake, even if not for a swim, just for a decent drink and a cool off. But like I said, we have got the absolute perfect weather for this today. Right, the fence carries on right to the road, which makes sense. So I'm not going to be able to give the dogs a dip in the water. I can hear running water though. So I think it makes sense for us to turn round at this point. Yeah, there's the gate at the bottom. So we'll have a bit of a breather and then we'll start the long slog back up. Just to give you an idea, obviously I'm going slowly and I'm doing a lot of videoing and photographs, and this has taken me 2.5 hours. Look what I've just seen. Isn't that the cutest thing in the world? A baby toad. Isn't that just the cutest thing? A tiny, tiny baby toad. Oh, 2 of them. I'm just going to try and put my thumb... Oh look, oh no, I don't want to damage them. Oti, stay. Oh wow. I just want to put my thumbnail next to one so you can see a size comparison. Look at how tiny it is. That is the cutest thing I've ever seen. Oh, and to think this week I saw a beware toads crossing sign. Or toadlets. Look at them all. That is the best thing I've seen so far this holiday. I now don't dare to move. The dogs are light enough, they're not going to harm them. But look, they're everywhere. Oh wow, there's hundreds of them. Right, I think the answer is we move very, very carefully. Oh no, there's one just by my foot. Oh wow, and look, a newt. Is it a newt? Oh, mind that way, Merlin. Who is that? I don't know who that is, but that is amazing. And I really don't dare to move. I'm going to have to really think about every footfall so that I don't damage these guys. The ground is literally hopping with them. Like I said, I'm not so worried about the dogs because they're not going to harm them. It's me that will with my big feet. This has got to be the best thing of my trip. You can see how careful I'm having to be to put my feet down and not damage them. There are just hundreds and hundreds of them. And I'm having to be so careful. I love it. I thought they'd finished. Nope. And they're harder to pick out amongst the stones. You can see why they have so many, because they are just so vulnerable. I'm utterly amazed actually that there aren't any birds or anything down here picking them off. I'm going to have to look up what that newt or lizard was. That was amazing. Well, we're well and truly past the toilets, so I can get walking. That was an unexpected surprise, weren't they? Wonderful! And that little... Oh no, there's more! Oh my god! Right, no toilets for a couple of minutes, so I'm going to keep walking. And thankfully I haven't seen any squashed ones. I'm hoping I didn't tread on any on the way down. But what a lovely surprise! I'm definitely going to have to look up the little orange fellow and see what he is, whether he is a newt or not. I'm not going to film much on the uphill sections because, to be honest, all you're going to hear is me breathing heavily. But I will try and capture anything that we didn't on the way down. So we've even got some blue sky now. Let's just take another little scan around with the changing light. I can hear tweeting. There's birds all over those rocks. I've no idea what these birds are. I'm going to switch to the phone and see if I can get a closer shot. Now that I know the distance I've got left to walk and that I've got plenty of time, I can enjoy myself a bit more on my way back, take it slowly, and really enjoy the wildlife as well. The dogs are appreciating the chill out. They've done a lot the last couple of days. Good boy. Good girl. Go on. Though of course I have got plenty of time. I'm still going to be slow though. And that's the joy of this. I'm in no hurry. I can never tire of that view. Right, Oti's gone into stupid spooky mode because she hadn't seen anyone for a few hours. And I briefly saw this guy earlier. He's the only person I've seen here today. I literally caught a glimpse and then didn't see him again. What a lovely gentleman. So he's also parked in the bus stop, or lay-by there, rather than the Slate car park. But he wants to find the barracks, which I'd like to do as well. If I can't find them from the start here, I will go and park in the Slate car park. Much climb already. Right, I'd said I wasn't sure if I was going to go through here. I'm going to go a little way. We'll go through the gate, have a little wander, but if it's too much downhill and therefore going to give me a lot more uphill to do, then I'll leave it and let's have a little explore. Merlin, come back up please. I don't want you going down anything you can't get back up. Good boy. Of course, he has got 4-paw drive. Actually, that looks like a proper path. Let's go down it. It's obviously a very well used path. It's not sort of loose shale. As long as I take it slowly. I've got to do this because I might never come back. I can't record much as I'm walking, but we've just got the sun out. And it really is stunning. Good girl. Oh wow. The place just keeps getting better and better. Right, I know my limitations and unfortunately that's it. We're getting to very loose slate and shale there. So that was wonderful. Glad I came this far. But time for us to go back up. Hey little man. Good boy. There are definitely times that I'd like 4-paw drive like they have. Well done guys. Right, let's go a little bit further along here then. Right, and that's my limit this way. But I'm glad I did a little detour. Let's head back the other way. Right guys, this way. I will say it time and time again, people look at me, overweight woman, unfit, no right to be out doing this sort of thing. Just know your limitations. don't put yourself at risk, and more importantly, try not to put anyone who might have to come out and rescue you at risk. Accidents happen, but putting yourself in a situation you're not geared up for isn't an accident. The photographer friend down there is very sensibly taking refuge somewhere. Well, the forecast was light rain. That wasn't light. But it does go to show, never take the weather for granted up here. Breathe it before the next climb, but I am getting there. And just like that, in a split second, the rain stops, the sun comes out. There are several reasons I record these walks and adventures. Some is to share with you wonderful guys, let people see what's out here, people who might never get here themselves. Share with my grandma for the same reason, memories, she's been here in the past. But also for myself to look back on when it gets to the stage where I can no longer do these sorts of walks. I can remember this amazing day. Oh, she was telling me she could see something, and I spy goats, very sensibly, the other side of the fence. Well, there we go, viewing point back over there. Now, the goats are calling. My dogs are stock proof, but I have popped them on lead because obviously I don't want to distress any of the wildlife out here. Of pink from the heather just adds to everything. Now that is just sheer madness. Even at my very, very fittest, I couldn't run around here. Fair play. We do, we do.
That's trusting life.
There we go. We don't see anyone for hours, and then it's everyone. Right, let's get that hooligan little adventure dog. Now last year I went to Tickles Cave in the Scottish Highlands and Islands, and these rock formations very much remind me of that. So obviously the answer is, if you want a place to yourself, come early. After you're behind, go through the gap. high compared to when we came out earlier. Right, we've got people out there. Just lost sight of them. We've obviously told them out. We've obviously down at the lower level. Now I'm going to see if I can get onto that track. So there are plenty of offshoots and pops you can do, but I think, to be honest, I'm going to stay on the main one. If I don't go down, that is my last steep climb. If I do, there's several more. Oti has actually just shown me where the gate's open. Okay, so I'm a bit straight down here. Right, I very rarely go where I shouldn't. This is a little bit different in that it is clearly signed in places as the start of a route. It's on Google Maps, which if they don't want you in there they tend to keep it off, and it's a clearly defined path. Again, I'm not putting myself at risk. So let's go and see if we can find the barracks. Just look behind us. Wow. So there are plenty of offshoots and pops you can do, but I think, to be honest, I'm going to stay on the main one. When you just think it can't get any more stunning, it does. Look at all the pipe work. So much of it's still in situ. There's another track up there that I certainly won't be doing. Good job, guys. Go steady. Right, as I said, I'm not going any further down. I can see why this has been shut off. If you're going to come to this area, do take care. But it's stunning. Let's go down the other way. Right guys, this way. Right, I was in line with the viewing point when we started coming down here, so that gives you an idea of just what gradient you're adding. pretty certain that could be barracks in there, but a couple of times in the last 6 months or so I've had vertigo. Never had it in my life, and I'm not feeling particularly steady. So as stupid as it sounds, I'm not going to go over that bridge. I know it's easy for you guys. So that's alright. As I've said time and time again, I don't put myself at risk just to see something or just for the views. What I am going to do is just sit here for a while and enjoy. It's something we so often forget to do. Right, let's carry on. There was one track this way, but I'm just going to follow for a little bit. And then it's the steep climb back. And I've got in mind, but I've seen absolutely everything here that I'd like to. Right, you know what, that will do me. I don't want to give myself any more of a walk uphill than we've already got. But that was amazing. So let's start heading back. Right, there's people over there, but there's no way I'm going that far round. It's ridiculous how slow I am uphill, but that's why I don't walk with others. Which is a shame, really. I'm back out the main track, and I'm hoping that this is our last uphill. Very different weather to when we started. Right, I think I am going to walk back out to the viewing point just to see if it's a bit clearer now, and then time to head back to the car for a well-deserved drink for all of us and a rest. I'm lying, just before we go back I have just noticed this spot. It looks a pretty good track actually, but it's steep, I'm getting tired, I'm starting to get trippy. We'll call it a day there. I'm not going to go out to the viewing point, it's starting to get a bit busy out there. I've seen absolutely everything I want to see today. That was amazing. There you go guys. Dinorwig Quarry. If you can, come and explore. Well, take care everyone. I'm going to go back, and if I have to sleep for the rest of the day, so be it. I don't care, it was worth it. Take care and we'll see you all soon. So that gate isn't locked, and that will probably be the top route that the lady I spoke to earlier was talking about. So there really is so much more to explore. I'm just done for the day.